Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am talking about game balancing. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. And it's been getting to me to a point where I'm passionate about the game because I finally got to a place where I know I'm good about it. But at the same time, it's to a point where I can't stay silent about it, right? And the main reason is game balancing. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of things coming out being so ridiculously strong that it's oppressive and it's not fun anymore, right? And I like characters that are made with a disability, right? Because then you have a character that fits that that niche to function within a hero shooter, right? And whenever I'm looking at it and I'm like seeing why aren't they trying to fix their game? Why aren't they balancing it? And I see thousands of skin releases, it makes me to a point. It's like, do they even care about the game anymore, or are they just here for the buck? Right? It's Gunnar Rivals now. Like you can't literally go to like the Steam art page to look for memes. It's just filled with like soft, soft porn, and it's frustrating, right? It's like, where's the game? Right? That's why everyone likes it, because the game was fun, not because they look pretty, not because they're pleasing to the eye. Is probably a factor, but the game itself was fun, and it got to a point to where they, well, honestly, forgot about it. Right? They forgot about the structure of a good game, right? And usually everything should be built on a solid base, right? Then you have a good structure to build upon, and I'm not seeing that. Cyclops got released a while back, and they did like a mid patch, right? But they just updated skins. They're not tuning the numbers of his damage. He's basically a hit scan Moon Knight. There's a reason why Moon Knight wasn't hit scan. You know that, right? There's a reason why he was different. And how broken and disgusting it is. Because you're telling me I can get two dinked, right? Or I can get one shot by a fraction of a second by someone who's 90 miles away, who's not even looking at me. Are you kidding me? And as well as his damage was his out of the roof. And they already did fix him because his ult wasn't supposed to be blockable, right? You realize that they buffed him again within like the subject of the game, but they're not listening to the community. They're not listening to, oh, this character is super strong. And it was like, it's the point, right, where they're like, oh, they release a strong character so they can sell skins. I've seen that time and time again. I played League, right? I played League of Legends. Uh, and it's annoying because I keep seeing it. I don't understand why game companies don't just look at previous examples and try to fix it themselves. Is it the publisher not allowing them? Is it the higher ups trying to uh, basically ignore it to bring out profit for the investors? Because like sometimes when money gets involved in games, they literally forget about the game itself, and and then you lose the player base, right? All you have to do is listen to the community, the mass of the community, because those are the ones who are coming back. Like if you take the like a cut out of the pie of Riot Games themselves, when League of Legends was declining, what were they doing? They were listening to the pro players more than the community. The community wants something goofy. The community wants something that's balanced, right? That's fun to play. That's not super impressive. And the pro players, well, they want something completely entirely, right? To where it made champions overtuned or undertuned, and they made basically pro play the law of the land. And whenever you focus on a few, you forget like the plenty. And that's what's happening in the world too. It happens all the time, right? Think about like the world economy, right? Think about more than just games, like communities, right? Whenever you stop listening to the group of people, or the group of people stop showing up, Simple as that. But if a group of people that stop showing up are the ones spending money on the game, what did you just do? You lost your money as well. You feel stupid, huh? And it's been done time and time again. And it's frustrating because they never learn. And the people who do learn are always moved out because the higher ups in the company are like, well, we want that money and we don't have to, we don't care. We don't care. It just shows a lack of consideration. It does. Like, all they have to do is balance the game, reduce, have a durability update, right? I like how the supports have escapes. I still stand by they need to be uh tuned a bit, right? Because they either need to do one thing, they need to have a specific role that they accomplish, that they fulfill, and if they don't do that, why are they a healer, right? They're a strategist for a reason, right? I know a strategist is a loose term, so you can't put it under the healer category, but that's what they are, right? You have enchanters, you have healers, and you have debuffers. They have debuff abilities, which is all cool. But why are they also doing the same amount of damage as a duelist does? Why are they doing the same amount of damage as a healer does? Why is their kit killing people? I don't get it. Like, think of it like I say, like the most broken support right now is Luna Snow, right? Not because of her healing, it's because of her damage. Any good Luna Snow or any good support realizes how much damage is within their kit, and once they utilize it, they're the DPS now. So what are you? What is your DPS for this, right? And most DPSs don't have a lot of self peel, right? Or they do. They have some mobility, right? I say a majority of them do, um, but not as strong as a support, right? Luna Snow literally freezes you, and if nobody touches you, you're stuck there for like 2 to 3 seconds, if I remember correctly. Same thing with Mantis Sleep. I feel like that's a good thing, right? Their thing should be self peeling themselves if they're trying to get assassinated, and if they hit their target, they should be stunned for that long. But it's to a point where it's like, what's the point of doing damage when I can do that same thing as a completely different role? But I'm a Swiss Army knife. Meanwhile, you're a butter knife. It doesn't feel like it was considered, right? Should that damage boost be on there? Hell no. No, not at all. Right? Like, it's like the poster girl effect. Like, whenever you're a poster girl of a game, you get literally everything, while meanwhile all the other characters rock. You know? It's I don't like it. It's not fun. And it makes it seem like, so what is my role? What is my role? Chop liver? I do understand why they're doing this, but it's annoying to play against. I'm pretty sure some other people have the frustrations as well, seeing that the games that you like and you're passionate about don't seem to care about your opinion, right? Even if your opinion is part of the minority, right? But I'm very frequent on the Mara's Discord, right? I play games with a lot of randoms, and everyone knows that Cyclops is very oppressive and very strong. Everyone knows that, and they don't just tune down his number just a bit, right? That's what they did with Dino. They slightly nerfed him because he was too durable. So why is Cyclops not getting the same treatment? Like, there's clearly preferences being made because someone enjoys their characters, and the X-Men have gotten a lot of love with Marvel Rivals, and I'm proud of it. I like that. Like, the X-Men usually are not seen in the MCU, and I'm like, you don't know how cool they are. I remember the animations. I remember the comics of them. They're sick, right? But at the same time, at least do the game right. Do it right. But what is my opinion, right? What is my lowly opinion of playing the game for so much and not being the top 5%, or the streamers that play the game with a massive audience? Well, It's good as theirs. I'll tell you that. But they already have their mindset on one thing: skins, making money. Look at all the ones that they put out, all the gooner stuff. I'm tired of seeing too much gooner, too much goonery. Have a little bit of modesty, right? Like you can still be attractive and modest, right? You can still look good and have some modesty within the skin. That's cool. Do some armor stuff. I don't want to see bips and bobs all over the screen. I don't at that point is it's changed the rating of the game. It's like I think teen, right? Or something like that. Half naked people on the screen. It is a game after all. I could care less, right? I could turn it off at the very end of the day and not play it ever again. But I want to because I had fun in the very beginning. It's not the same thing anymore now. It's evolved in many ways, and sometimes I'm just like, focus on the game, please. Gameplay first, right? Think of a Stellar Blade, right? They had attractive characters, right? But the game itself was fun, right? The game itself was cool, right? And you think about the First Ascendant, they had attractive characters, but the game itself wasn't fun. So no matter what you do for a game, if the gameplay isn't fun first, then people are not going to stick around to play. And if you're listening to the minority of the community, but that minority is not the majority in the spending and buying a whole bunch of stuff, then what do you have? A lopsided community, and eventually they're going to go play something else. Because finally, what Rivals did was reawaken Overwatch. And Overwatch released a whole bunch of other characters, a whole bunch of new stuff. They reverted to back the old changes, which people wanted. And the reason why it's been going on for so long is because the game is basically somewhat more balanced in it. As well as it's fun having a hero shooter that roles are defined and each character has a weakness, but not too strong and not too overbearing that you can do something about it. Supports aren't overly overtuned and they are healers, right? But they still have some agency. That's all I'm talking about, man. Fix the game. Fix the game, right? And yes, I know it's hard. And yes, it is going to be difficult, but does it mean you can't just take a priority in that instead of releasing skins every now and again, right? Because if you think about the player base, right, it's one, owned by Tencent, two, it's developed in China, right? A big economy itself, and then also released to America. It, the average player base probably buys the pass, right? In that pass, you get so many skins, right, as is, but that's $10. If you're trying to get an independent skin, that's another $10. So you're raking in. If you just think about it, if 100 people spend $10, how much money will you have? All right, it's 1,000. If 1,000 spend $10, how much money do you have? 10,000. Now, if they do it multiple in the game, right, you're raking in a lot of money. A lot of money. Sure, you may be paying the publisher for with say like their premiums or like their little percentage of, or like the shareholders. Like I really feel like games shouldn't have any shareholders within the game because it destroys it and they're thinking about profit from the game instead of actually the gameplay itself. But use that revenue for the game itself instead of what you can sell next, because games feel like that where they're all live service, right? They are a supermarket of temporary cosmetics. Nothing is permanent in those. And one click of the button, guess what? I can't play that anymore on my account. That was probably estimated to be worth hundreds, or if you're playing a game for years, maybe thousands of dollars that you've invested, and you'll never get that back. You think they're gonna refund you that? You lost it as soon as you purchased it. So at least make the game more balanced to stay around, so you can at least keep that revenue going up. Because no matter what, any live service game, your numbers will diminish. One, if you don't keep up with the updates. Like think of Fortnite. The only reason why it's been staying relevant is because one, the business boom was massive, and two, they were the pre-generator. I think I said that right. Of the battle royale, right? So they had the influx and the priority of basically the revolution of battle royales. And so with that money, what did they do? They developed the game first, and they focused on the game, and then they focused on the money. And sure, there was ups and downs with it, but the main priority of what I've seen is that they focus on the game first. That's why they've been able to stay relevant, because the game itself brought players back. The game itself brought players back. And the game only brings players back if it's fun, right? And that's what your game needs to do to keep retention up, right? Not everyone's going to play a game off and on, like permanently forever game. Like no one can do a forever game. Like even my situation with EU5, it's not my forever game, but I go back to it. Like Victoria 3, it's not my forever game, but I go back to it. I can't keep on going back to something that I don't like. So at least balance the game so I can come back and you can get your money back. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, right? Balancing in games can make or break a company, but if you don't ever focus on it, you're definitely going to be breaking it. Sometimes focusing on the profit, you stop focusing on the creation itself. And without the creation, there is no profit. Think about it. I don't know. And thank you for letting me yap. I tried recording this one before as my previous video, but I had to redo it because my thoughts were random all over the board and some things were not making sense. I'm pretty sure I did that here as well. If you like what I say, if you like what I do, like the video. Come back next time, I guess, if you want to see more or if you want me to talk about a certain subject. And I certainly will. I'll actually do some research on some certain topics. If you want me to. I still promised my mom that I'd make a video about her flowers. So I gotta work on that. Indeed, I've been putting it off for a bit. But I did promise her that. So I must follow through. I'll catch you later. God bless. And think about things a bit more. Pay attention. And be active within the community that you're in. Do right by the Lord, and you'll do right by people. Read more. Yeah, increase your own intelligence. Even myself. Like I did the same. Stay humble. Don't be prideful. It destroys. Yep. I'll catch you later. Peace.